Hello, Black Healing Matters family. This is Danielle here at the Black Healing Matters podcast, where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And today, I hope to give you a little bit of historical healing on this Know Thy History Tuesday. We're going to get right back into it. And you know how we do here on the Black Healing Matters podcast. We usually talk about African history, ancient African history. So today I'm back at it because I actually started reading a new book. In that new book, I'm not going to talk about that book today, so I won't get too deep into it. But in the book is about ancient African history. Y'all, I'm working overtime for you. So I'm reading this book because it's actually very interesting. And in the book, they talk about this ancient African, or rather, and more specifically, Egyptian city that is really very important to Black people, to the culture and history of Black people. And the city, which you may or may not have heard of, because I had never heard of it, what came to us as a surprise to me, because, I do this episode every week, and this is not really a city that came up on my radar when I, am doing research here and there for this segment. And so I was really happy to hear about it. So I will share it with you. Again, the name of this ancient Egyptian city is Thebes. Thebes. That's spelled Thebes. Thebes. And so I'm going to read a little bit to you today about Thebes. And this information comes from the website called factsfornow.com. Actually, factsfornow.scholastic.com. And I found it to be a really good synopsis of the information, all the different information that I found. So here we go. Thebes, again, is in Egypt. It's a capital of ancient Egypt. It is the capital, a capital, not the not the capital. There were many, but this is a capital of ancient Egypt. Thebes rose in importance as the home of several royal families from the 11th dynasty, established in 2133 BC. Fam, that's about 4,000 years ago. Okay, just to put that in perspective, 4,000 years ago. Kings of the 12th dynasty lived near Memphis, but honored the Theban god Amun-Re. And under the 17th and 18th dynasties, Thebes became the capital of the Egyptian Empire. Kings of the 19th and 20th dynasties lived in the north, but lavished attention on Thebes. As the empire began to decline around 1200 BC, Thebes was controlled by militaristic high priests. In 661, the city was sacked by the Assyrians. Thebes continued to be very important during the Ptolemaic times from 304 to 30 BC, but it declined thereafter and now consists of the villages of Luxor and Karnak. Some Theban monuments rather, are very well preserved. On the east bank of the Nile, the principal ancient town site is covered by modern settlements, but two great temple complexes remain. Amon's temple at Karnak is the largest, covering more than 133 acres. 133 acres, fam. That's a big farm, okay? And and here they're saying that Amon's temple, the temple was 133 acres. Whew. And representing more than 2,000 years of building activity from 2000 BC. Wow. One temple, 133 acres, took almost 2,000 years to build. That's amazing. Whew. Okay. The other temple at Luxor was built in 1417 BC. Again, now that is almost exactly what 3,400 years ago. On the West Bank are tombs of the 11th and 17th to 20th dynasty royalty. The New Kingdom New Kingdom burial grounds are in the Valley of the Kings, where Tutankhamun's tomb was found. KV5, an immense mausoleum built by Ramses II for his family, was discovered near the Tutankhamun site in 1995. Interesting. Several large royal funerary temples survived at the edge of the river, and the desert foothills are filled with tombs of nobles who lived during the New Kingdom and later. Many of the temples are decorated with paintings that are masterpieces of Egyptian art. Several West Bank towns were important, particularly the palace city of Amenhotep III at Malkata and the town of Medinet Habu. Thebes, with its temples and palaces and its necropolises. By the way, necropolises are basically cemeteries, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Did you know that? Actually, I'm ashamed to say I did not know that there was a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Egypt aside from the pyramids themselves. Interesting. And so, Black Healing Matters family, I hope that you maybe will take some time to learn a little bit about Thebes yourself. And again, why do we do this? Why is it so important to learn our history? Well, it's for the same reason it's important that they teach us their history in school, you know? I heard this quote somewhere, and I don't remember who to attribute it to, but I heard that white children go to school and go into a history class and leave with their heads held high, and Black kids go into a history class and leave thinking, "Where was I?" Basically, like, what happened to my people? And that's so true because we don't unfortunately get that sense of pride and chest out, head held high sense of like belonging, because we just don't know. We don't really get access to our history unless you, as an adult, now me as an adult, I'm finding out these really pivotal, important parts of African history that I had no clue about. So, Black Healing Matters family, I hope that you can walk a little taller today, stick your chest out a little higher today, and feel, get that extra pep in your step because you know that you're a descendant of greatness. And on that note, Black Healing Matters family, I love you. As always, stay blessed. Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.